Hi, I'm Alex from Southern Ukulele Store, and we have two very special prototypes from Pete Howlett. Who's Pete Howlett? How do you not know who Pete Howlett is? If you're new to the channel, then Pete Howlett is a luthier, a Welsh-based luthier known all around the world, most notably for his Revelator design, which he has recently sold to Kala. So Kala are producing Revelators. It's a very unique concept instrument, slimline, offset sound holes, does something that no other ukulele does, and that's what Pete wants to keep doing. So he's gone back to the drawing board and he's been looking at different concepts, moving things around and making them unique, making them special, learning about what makes the ukulele tick. We're going to look at two today, two dual sound hole instruments. This first one is the I can't say it. How do you say it? I'm so bad at French. I actually sound like I'm Russian when I say it. This is a twin sound hole, high grade koa ukulele. It's actually trois because it has this one here on the side. This side port is where so much of the tone and sound of this ukulele comes from. When I was playing it in my left-handed way, I was thinking, yeah, it's all right, you know. But then I switched over and I found myself just playing a C chord, and I don't know how to say it. It's like the most filtered, pure sound ever. It's like drinking bottled Evian water compared to drinking tap water. There's something just so refreshing and clear and pristine about this instrument. So Pete likes to make fairly slimline ukuleles. His ukes are just a tiny bit slimmer than your average Hawaiian ukulele. This has a koa body. It has the twin sound holes on the front with a Santos rosewood, that's Palfero, so a CITES friendly rosewood alternative for the fingerboard and bridge, as well as the faceplate, which has the Pete Howlett signature. It's a nice flattened off headstock with gold Dujung tuners and black buttons. One thing of note, we measured the nut width on this ukulele at 37mm, so slightly wider than you would expect on a Pete Howlett. The nut widths are getting wider on high-end ukuleles across the board, and it's interesting to see that Pete is also adopting that with this design. And one thing of note with both of these prototypes is that Pete has opted to use a wound G and a wound C string paired with two fluorocarbon strings. The action is set nice and low on this instrument out of the box, and I think that you probably find if you tried to correct the strings to unwound strings, slightly different tension strings, you'd get a very, very kind of different feeling ukulele. This uke is extremely lightweight, resonant, and just everything is maximized. You know, like the string height is as low as it could possibly be. It plays so smooth. It's designed for an articulate, light player, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna fumble it very hard now and try and play it as softly as possible to give you the sweetest sound. Let's play it and see what you think. So normally, folks, I play an instrument before I film the video. I play it for a few seconds just to remind myself if I'm not kind of up to scratch on it. And then I film the part where I talk, and then I film the actual sound sample. And I sometimes go back and refilm the first bit if I'm not sure what I'm doing. And that's what happened here. I talked about this ukulele, and I actually think in hindsight I wasn't enthusiastic enough about it because I knew it was good. But having sat down with it for 5 minutes and just sat and recorded the sound samples with it, I didn't think I really appreciated just how good this ukulele sounds. It's so rich and thick and just absolutely blew me away with how sensitive this ukulele is. So this is the Gemini. You're probably thinking, where's the sound hole? Well, this ukulele has on the side two very big twin sound holes that bring all of the sound back at you when you play. Except of course for me they don't. They bring it down this way. So I sat there for a while and I played it this way, and I thought, wow, this is so sensitive and so loud. I actually, you know, as a heavy-handed player, I was really having to dial in my playing to get the best out of it. And I did the sound sample and I thought, you know what, I really want to articulate it properly. So I moved the camera and I'm sorry, I moved the microphone to the underside to film the sound sample. So what you're hearing in the sound sample after this will reflect what you would hear as the player. It's actually a more true kind of audio experience and demo of this ukulele. But what is this ukulele? It's another prototype from Pete Howlett. The Gemini is a really lovely Hawaiian koa, really figured Hawaiian koa on a matte finish. The top, back and sides with these twin sound holes. You have a mahogany neck with Santos rosewood, so Pau Ferro fingerboard and bridge. You've got a slot bridge on this instrument with the Pau Ferro headstock and the Pete Howlett logo. Just in case you ever want to forge Pete Howlett's name on a check. You've got the De Jong gold tuners with the black buttons. And once again, a 37mm nut width. Both of these prototypes have a Korean nut and saddle, so a substitute for bone. It's actually the same material that you get on kind of kitchen worktop kind of things here. And this uke is just wow. I really hope the sound sample does it justice. I urge you to check out Pete's videos on his Facebook page where he talks about the build of this instrument and what made it quite so sensitive, and I really hope we see more of these kind of things from Pete in the future. The koa one retains everything you want from koa. It's sweet, it's bubbly, it's a sensitive ukulele, not just in feel and how it responds to your fingers, but the way that it makes you play. You find yourself articulating things more. You know, when I was playing these things, I found myself really bending into the notes. So the melody was just coming out under my fingers in a different way to how I would normally find that on, say, a high gloss Hawaiian koa ukulele from someone like Kanile'a or Koaloa. Anyway, this is the Gemini. Let's give it a play and see what you think.